Hello, Melissa Deely here, back for day 4 of my gut health series. As an integrative health practitioner, I love to educate and help people get to the truth of the situation as to what is going on with their body. And something that we've moved away from in modern days is truly listening to our body. We've been raised in a world where if we get sick, we go to the doctor, we get a pill, we get better. But does it really work that way? And does it work that way for all health issues? So today I want to talk to you about antacids because they are the most commonly purchased over-the-counter drug on the market, which tells me there's a lot of people struggling with acid reflux, indigestion, and just general discomfort after eating, bloating, gas, etc. How many people are using these day in and day out to resolve the discomfort they feel after eating? Have they read those tiny little labels on the bottles that say that you shouldn't be using them for more than 2 weeks at a time, maximum? Because what really happens when you use antacids? It's preventing your stomach from making acid. But guess what? Your stomach needs the acid in order to help your body's digestive system function. The acid is needed to break down the foods. The acid is needed to kill off bacteria coming into your system. And when the acid is blocked by those acid blocker antacids, it slows down your digestive system. It causes food to be putrefying in your digestive tract, which is just gross and leads to other digestive issues downstream. And it's no longer necessarily able to kill off the bacteria coming into your system, which can lead to bacterial overgrowth and a gut that is in dysbiosis. So we need the acid, but what can we do when it's causing discomfort? It's to understand why it's causing discomfort. And very often that is due to high levels of stress that cause the esophageal sphincter, the bottom of your esophagus and the entrance of your stomach, to malfunction. And it doesn't close properly. So without stress, it closes nice and tightly so that that acid can't come up into the esophagus and into your chest cavity, causing that acid reflux and heartburning sensation. But under stress, it malfunctions and it doesn't close as tightly, and so that acid can come up. So we need to be addressing the underlying cause, which is stress. Another reason this can happen is if you eat your food too close to bedtime and your stomach hasn't finished digesting everything and you go horizontal. And so sometimes then the acid can leak out into the esophageal tract and cause heartburn. So for that situation, you want to be making sure that you're trying to eat your dinner 3 to 4 hours before bed, which is ideal for everyone because that way digestion is fully completed before you go horizontal. And when you are asleep, your body is wanting to detox, not digest. So have dinner earlier, because I don't want to tell you to go to bed later because that's a whole other issue with the world being the most sleep deprived that it is. We still need our 7 to 9 hours of sleep a night, but we can choose to eat our dinner earlier. We can also choose to have a bigger meal at lunchtime and a smaller meal at dinner time, which is also ideal for digestion if you're getting home late from work and you don't have that 3 to 4 hours, or an easier to digest meal like a soup or a stew rather than meat and potatoes and salad, etc. But back to stress, because the world is also the most stressed out that it's ever been. What can you be doing to reduce your stress levels in order to help your esophageal sphincter close properly? Well, I'm sure you know there are many things you can do, from practicing yoga to meditation to breathing to just closing your eyes and facing towards the sun. These are all things that can drop you out of fight or flight and put you into your rest and digest state. And really important to do that before eating because that helps the body with the digestive process. Your breath, you have it with you. It's free. I've talked about this many times before. I call it 5-5-7 breathing. Inhaling for 5, holding for 5, and exhaling for 7. Do that 10 times over, And it will trick your brain into going, hey, I thought I was stressed out, but I'm breathing like a safe person. I must be safe, and drop you into that rest and digest state. It takes you less than 5 minutes. And you can do it anywhere. If you're stressed driving your car, you can do that. If you just want to ensure that your digestion is turned on and you're not stressed while eating, you can do that. If you're lying awake in the middle of the night and your brain starts turning, you can do that. It's awesome because while you're counting your breaths, your brain lets go of whatever else is causing the stress as you focus on counting. But if we go back to our hunter-gatherer days, our brain is designed to keep us safe. And so we're not running, though, from tigers and lions today, but we do have these compounding stresses of daily life. Getting the kids out the door in the morning, getting food on the table at night, getting to work, projects, deadlines, traffic, somebody calling you and downloading their problems on you, a deadline that's been bumped up. All of this compounds into high levels of stress, and we have to have ways to release it. Of exercise is a great way to release it. Reading a book, taking a bath in the evening with magnesium bath salts. Figure out what it is that you can do in each and every day to practice some level of self-care and stress reduction technique. And maybe it is that breath work, because that if you were running away from that lion or tiger, your exhale would not be longer than your inhale. And that is the trick with that breath technique. When you exhale for 7 and you inhale for only 5, it allows the brain to step in and go, hey, I must be safe. So those are all things that you can do to be lowering your stress, which will ultimately help with keeping your stomach acid where it is supposed to be in your stomach, so you don't have to take antacids in order to ease the discomfort and mask the pain, but not actually help the situation. Because the longer you go without stomach acid, the more it's going to cause further problems in your digestive tract down the line. And you also can be looking at what are your B vitamin levels? What are your mineral levels? Because if you have been under high stress, perhaps you've burned through those and your body is deficient. And so it's not able to cope with the continuing stress levels that you're under. And that's something that we can test for with functional medicine lab tests. That's something that I can help you with. So if you'd like to know more about any of this, feel free to reach out to me at betterbrainhealth.info. You can click the work with me at the top of the page for a free 15-minute consult. And I would be more than happy to chat with you in regards to next steps for you in ditching the antacids and healing your gut and your stomach acid issues. Wishing you a wonderful day. Wishing you a stress-free moment in your day or time in your day. And I'll be back in a couple of days with the next feature of my gut health series.